Hi, I'm Kirsten, and we're going through the Major Arcana, how it manifests into your life, and how to use it for manifestation. So we are on Justice. We're just going in order. This is the 11th card. The last card was the Wheel of Fortune, and that was super fun, talking about how to manifest your dreams, desires, and some definite magic tools in that. This one is hard. This is one of those Major Arcana cards, This is a hard one because this is Justice, and Justice is more complicated than what most people realize. And when this card comes up in a tarot spread, you got to really tune in to feel the energy if the justice that's being served is even from this experience in this lifetime, because there's a chance it's not. So what is justice? Well, justice is getting your fair end of the deal. Somebody hits your car, you go to court, the judge rules in your favor, you got justice. Okay, but do you really win? Well, if you can move on with your life and get over the car accident and the lawyer bill that you had to pay and the inconvenience and all of that, then yeah. What about this scenario? You go to court, same accident, the judge rules against you. Well, is that justice or is that injustice? Well, that's where it gets complicated. So I'm going to tell you how to get around both of those scenarios. Justice is we create a life that we are happy to live in. We pick and choose our words. We control as much as we can because we are the creators of our life, so that if we get into a car accident and justice does not prevail in our favor, it does not ruin our lives. It's just a bump in the road. Justice is ultimately a mind frame. Justice is your happiness. If you are a happy person, when life happens and it is inconvenient, that's all that it is. It's not a bad life. If you are an unhappy person, then all you're ever going to do is create unhappy situations. That is your experience. That is basically the justice in a manifestation of your own thoughts. Justice is you are a creator, you are a magical creature. The things you think about and the things that you say are coming back for you. The things that you think and the things that you say are coming back for you. And sometimes it's just, and sometimes it's not. Okay? So that's the first definition of justice. First and second, definition of justice. But there is another side of justice that is extraordinarily hard to understand. So we're going to talk about it. Some people incarnate into this world with karmic debt. You can find out if you have karmic debt through numerology. There's a gazillion YouTube videos on it. I will tell you, I think it's 14, 15, 16, skip 17, and the number 18. So if you have those numbers anywhere in your numerology stuff, then you most likely have karmic debt, and you've had a greater challenge than most people. My birth date is the 16th. That means I came into this life with karmic debt from a past life. And I have to live long enough to burn that karma off, and then things get easier. From my studies, I have learned that usually the magic age where things get easier is between 40 and 50. That is not great news when you've learned this at 20, okay? I didn't learn this until I was in my 40s. and I'm closer to 50 than I am 40 now, and I can tell you that it's just now that I actually can see the smoke from the flames of the karma being burnt. Okay, I do a lot of past life stuff, and I was able to determine where these karmic relationships are, and I know who they are with, and now why they are so difficult. And basically, there's nothing that I could do up until the point of which has occurred now to make it burn any quicker. It is very difficult, very painful. It seems very unjust in this lifetime. But we are not creatures just from this lifetime. We are a creature, okay, but a soul who has contracts and pacts with other souls, and also with other entities. There are some people who came into this life, who incarnated here with pacts with demons. And I don't mean demons like, boo, as scare any demons. I mean like in past lives, these demons, they were your guides. They were your protector. They may have been your lover, okay? But you had these relations that you may have said you're going to have forever, and then you incarnated here, and bless your heart, when you were born, you forgot everything from the past, and now you have this. Let's say that you had a pact with a demon and you were its lover. They loved you, and you all were going to love each other for the rest of eternity, right? Well, the demon didn't go to sleep and forget everything he knows. You did. And people who have this situation will have markings on their hands and palmistry and stuff like that. The marking is called the Ring of Morgana. And it is this line right here. See how we have this line and we have this line. We have this line, it's this extra line. I've got at least two there. Definitely one there. I can't tell because of my ring. Anyways, it only takes one. Just so happens I know that I have more than one. So what does this mean? This is a mark in palmistry that basically says that I have ties. And how that manifests in this life is a lot of dumb shit with relationships, particularly romantic ones. Okay? Is that it's like it causes a lot of just misfortune and just stupid stuff to happen. Whether it be me, whether it be the other person, whether it be just some strange thing ending, okay? Maybe it's like, it's just really, it's really hard to explain. Like, I'm somebody who I always say, I have always dated really successful, smart, good people. Why can't I make it work with any of them? And I'm pretty much the same way, okay? I mean, aside from like taking the sabbatical from my profession to raise my, anyways, just go with it. It's like, why, what is the deal? Why either don't I like them? Why can't we close this? Why can't we make this work? Like, what is the obstacle? It's like there's just always an obstacle. People would always tell me, oh my gosh, you're so this, you're so that. Why can't, I'm so surprised you're not married. And I'm just like, I you know what, I'm good. Because I had worked my way through the arcana that we have, major arcana we already have, where I became very happy with myself. Got to really know myself, okay? Became aware that I am myself's best friend, and got to know my spirit guides and my guardians, and I'm very happy with them. And then that's where things started loosening up with other relationships around. This is going to be so hard for some people to understand. How do you burn through that kind of background where you have a pact or a relationship with a demon? Well, here's my experience. One is you treat yourself as the god or goddess that that demon believes that you are. You, above everybody else. You have nothing to do with anybody who does not simply just worship you. I know some of y'all are going to be like, this is kind of, crazy, but I am telling you, if you want the grips of the underworld to loosen around this love affair life, then you need to put up with nothing. Nothing. Like think about, basically, if you have this, you have a guardian demon. Okay? Understand, every time that you let somebody disrespect you, or if the guardian demon doesn't think that you're being treated right, or the guardian demon doesn't like who you're dating, guardian demon is going to get mad, and he's going to blow shit up. And it's going to look like your fault, or it's going to be the other person's fault. Shit's going to blow. So I'm trying to tell you, is that if for some reason this resonates with you, quit dating people that are so below you and think like your guardian demon and be like, I am a goddess and nothing will enter this body that is not, of God form, which you can definitely say the demons are of God form. Or everybody's gonna be mad at that comment. But so that's one way to do it. Another way that I suspect things happen is that basically your demon also has a contract or a former agreement with who you're supposed to marry or be with in the long run that he is getting a kickback from. Look, I'm just trying to explain the justice card to you. I'm trying to explain to you why sometimes justice doesn't make sense, and it's because you're thinking dimensionally right here. But there's multiple dimensions going all over the place. You have got more spirits that are involved with your world than what you see, okay? This is a hard card. What you see is not what you get. What is just is not always. What is unjust sometimes is justice. I do not believe that it means that your mind cannot overpower everything. You just have to live long enough and keep your mind and vibration really, really high, that even if you have a bad contract, I think that's the only way that it'll burn fast, is if you have a bad contract, is you have to keep so elevated, okay, that the bad contract just gets tired and can't keep up. Not all demons have a low vibration. In fact, they all have high vibrations, okay? So if there's demons that are good for you, you're not going to scare them off, don't worry. You just want to create as much positive vibration, high frequency. That is the fastest way to burning off karmic debt, bad contracts. It is just the quickest way to do it. And treat yourself so good. So good. Do not betray yourself. Do not let anybody betray you. Justice a lot of times is, did you put yourself before the other person? Are you taking care of you before somebody else? Are you putting your oxygen mask on before helping the person next to you? Because if you are not good, you will not survive, okay? You've got to be tough. You've got to be grounded. You've got to be balanced, the scale. You need all this, that's justice. That's how you're going to get justice. And justice is you're going to have a good life no matter what. Is that because difficult things are going to happen, but at the end of the day, it didn't take you down completely. And you're still optimistic. That is the real justice. Hard, huh? So it's like this. So you're telling me that I could have karmic debt that I didn't even accrue in this lifetime from a few lifetimes ago? Yes. So you're telling me that there may be a demon that's in love with me and that I agreed could love me forever. Okay, or whatever. And I told him that he could screw up every relationship, earth-like relationship, until I find the right yes. And that's justice that you just didn't agree to. You didn't know about. From a contract, a relationship that you really just weren't, you don't remember. You don't remember. But I will tell you this, if you continue along this journey, you eventually will learn. You eventually will remember. That's the beautiful thing. Nothing is completely hidden from you. You just have to be able to be on have the high vibration, be on the right frequency, be grounded, be spiritual, not have polarity. Keep your eyes and your heart wide open, and you can learn all the secrets of your past. And that's when real justice comes in, because that's when you figure things out. Now you go, oh, I see how that tips the scale. I see how this does this. I see how this does that. Especially people with karmic debt, this will bring a lot of peace to them. Just knowing that you're going to one day live through it brings peace. My karmic debt, because my birthday is the 16th, comes down to the number 7. Anyways, it just means really difficult relationships, because apparently I was not the greatest person in the whole wide world. And so a lot of people in this lifetime, to burn through my karmic debt, is basically being walked all over and being treated kind of shitty by really important people in your life. And so, yeah, there we go. There are great videos on YouTube that talk about that. That I'm not I'm specializing at the moment. So there is your justice major arcana. The real justice is you manifest, you pick and choose the world that you live in by speaking it, by breathing it, by living it, by believing it. That's what you do. That's how you survive this. More later.